Hi guys, welcome to the E36 build channel. So straight away today we've got a couple of new bits that have come. If you follow my Instagram story, you would have realised I was having a couple of problems with E36. One of which, the battery was losing all its charge. So I've had to charge that overnight so we can do some tests on it to see what's causing the drain on the battery. I've also managed to get a new MAF because the MAF was causing the car to stumble and it wouldn't idle, and with the poor battery I just couldn't get the car to start and it ended up breaking down about 5 miles away from my house. So I've had the car for about, I'd say, 6 months now. In that time I think I've only driven it 3 times. I did buy it as a bit of a project. If you want to have a look at what it looked like before, I'll put a picture up here. Within that time I've bought some Overfenders and I've got a bonnet hood, some of which will be coming after this video because I've not quite finished them yet. I've just mounted them up, so I'll be doing a video after this to show the mounting of that. So yeah, let's crack on and let's go and get these parts done, and you'll get to have a look at what the E36 looks like now. Cheers! GoPro so we can have a look at the car. As you can see, we've got the Overfenders on the rear. I'll put a link below to the Overfenders that I've chosen. And as you can see, we've got to cut quite a bit away from these because they are designed to have a lot bigger wheels, so I have to cut the bumper, I have to cut the arch, obviously fold that over, which is why the welder's out today. And then obviously we can cut the bottom. It isn't a bad thing really, because like most E36s, this E36 suffers from a bit of rust on the rear arches. The battery is dead currently, so I'll have to climb into the boot, which will be fun. You can all have a laugh at it. We've got the front Overfenders and we've got the bonnet scoops as well, which has been cut. I'll show you that in more detail when I open it up. I didn't actually want to cut the bracing on the bonnet. I might do it at a later date, but for now I've just chopped the inner section. So I think it's only the top 3 that are actually ducting out to fresh air. But let's connect this battery and I'll show you the rest of it. So the reason I was having so much trouble there is the way the harnesses are rigged on this car. So they were done by the previous owners, but because the seats haven't been removed yet, it makes them really tight, so there's not much wiggle room to actually fold the seats forward. But so the boot. Right, so I'm going to put you down now. We'll get the battery in. Would be 2 different sizes, wouldn't it? Always the case. So that's now in, and as you can see, there's not really much for it to actually be in there at the moment, so I do need to sort that out. But for now it's just trying to actually find the issue that is draining all the charge on the battery. So it should start now, hopefully. So as you can see, when I turn it on, it does set off the alarm. The alarm siren is obviously immobilised at the moment, but it is setting off the alarm and all the indicators, so I do need to go under under the dash and actually trace all the wires and obviously try and get that. In the time that I've had it, I've had to replace the ignition because that went off as well, so I had to obviously arc the wires for a short period of time to actually get that running. Also got a funny issue with this door. The actual mechanism that tells it that the door is shut, for some reason I just can't get it lined up, so the window always drops down. At the moment I just take out the sensor and it goes all the way up to the top and everything's fine, but it is making the central locking hard to actually physically lock. So we'll start it up now and see if it starts over. So that's currently running without a math, and it runs a lot better. When I plug the math in, the car just dies. So let me open it up and I'll show you what I mean. So as you just seen from that video then, it didn't actually shut off, and that's probably down to the fact I was recording and it wanted to pretend that it was working, but it's actually not. It was causing nothing but issues. I had to heal and towing it all the way home until I figured out that the reason the battery wasn't charging was probably because this was causing it to run so badly, and there is a drain on the battery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace it anyway. Hopefully this part is better than this one. If not, we've always got spare and we can go back to it. You may have also heard that on the video there was like a whining noise. That's actually coming from the power steering pump. It just keeps losing oil. I've replaced the line, I replaced the cooler line, and I've replaced the bottle. So I think the next step is probably to go A&N fittings and fit an electric one off an Astra van or something like that. Obviously I can't do that until I sort out the battery issue, because I don't need anything else draining the battery until I've actually figured out what the problem is. So that's now tightly on there. Because it hasn't got an air filter at the moment, I don't want to run it for too long, because that might have been what caused the last one to fail. Let's just quickly see if we can get it to start, which would be nice, wouldn't it? So there's that whine that you can hear, which is obviously off the power steering pump. I will put more fluid in, but like I said, it's just spitting it out. We've also got a whine from the release bearing, which I think is just due to either the release bearing wasn't sat correctly, or it's just a cheap aftermarket one and not an OEM one, so they do tend to fail quite quickly, especially with a welded diff and popping the clutch every 2 seconds. But that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. It is my first one, so hopefully I do get better after this one. I'm going to do another video today of me trying to take out the alarm. I'm obviously going to cut and fit the front overfenders as well, so they'll be in another video as well. But thank you for watching. If you do, leave us a comment. If you've seen anything today that obviously I've done wrong, or you've seen any issues that maybe you've had as well, drop me a comment and let me know. Like I said, I've started this just to meet new people, get advice, and obviously just make things a little bit easier on myself. Cheers everyone.